If you feel behind financially and you desire to change your life and change your situation, this video is for you. 5 years ago today, I was having a conversation with one of my former classmates, college mate, however you want to put it. I was in undergrad at the time, and we were talking about building wealth in Jamaica. Now, this person is a friend from I was a child. Like literally, we used to go to church together, and we were just basically talking about different ways to invest and earn more money. He was very versed in the stock market, and he was actively investing in the stock market at the time, and so he had a very different knowledge than I had, and clearly complete different mindsets, right? We were talking about the fact that instead of keeping your money in a savings account where you're not growing any interest on it, and the bank has a $1 million Jamaican limit at the time that you can keep your money there, that I mean, no, not that you can keep your money there, that is covered by the insurance, for the bank insurance. If something is to happen, that's only what you're gonna get back, right? And he was talking about the fact that when you have your brokerage account and your different investment account, you can have way more money in there, and your money is growing at a faster rate and all of that. So I said to him, but you can get multiple savings account, right? And he said, so every time I have $1 million, I'm supposed to get a different savings account? Psh, as if he was like agitated. He was like, you know what? I'm done with this conversation. I can see that you're not open to what I'm sharing, and let's just wrap it up. I left that conversation feeling very small, very, very small. I didn't know why. I wanted to have a growth mindset with money, but I did not have it at the time. I talk about my childhood experiences and how that shaped my relationship with money from a very early age without me even realizing that that's what was going on. And I could not put my finger on why I left that conversation feeling so small. But I knew I did not feel powerful after we closed the conversation. 5 years later, I'm looking back on it, and I can definitely see how much I was just so traumatized by my financial experiences that I was putting that on somebody else. Like, instead of putting your money in an account that's going to grow, you're going to keep it stuck in a savings account just because you want to hold on to it, right? You want to hold on to it so tight because you've never had this much money in your life, and you'd never want to be broke again. So you're not going to take any risk, you're not going to invest, you're not going to do anything, but you're just going to keep it in an account. At that point, I needed somebody to walk alongside me. I needed to see somebody doing for themselves what I wanted to do, but I didn't feel like I had permission to do. That friend is younger than me, and he had a completely different mindset at the time, right? He was teaching me something that I could look back 5 years from that date and really realize, like, man, that conversation sparked something in me that over the last 5 years have helped me to transform my mind. Like, it was just a random conversation on a Tuesday, but it became something for me to strive for, because not only was I looking at people on the media who I didn't know, who were making millions and who are going to come on the internet and talk about their experience, but no, this is somebody that I personally knew that is schooling me, right? And it just really shaped everything for me. I literally went through the last 5 years, I went through a lot of different transitions that if I did not have that conversation 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been this convinced and this convicted of just where I want to go. Like, I've got into debt. I've not had my career path the way that I want it to be. I've taken every job under the sun just to get by, just to still be struggling, just to still not being comfortable, able to make ends meet, even with college degrees, right? I have many reasons to just not even think that the life that I deserved was possible. But that conversation, it did something to me. It made me believe that the life I deserve was possible, even though I couldn't see it painted out in front of me. And so that's why I started this video by saying, if you feel financially behind and you desire to change your life, this video is for you. Because you have to also desire it, right? But sometimes, and here's where it gets good. Sometimes, or tricky, I would say, sometimes we don't even know what to desire at a point, because even in that moment where I was just stuck on my have opened multiple savings account, I didn't think anything was wrong with my mindset. I was 10 toes down on it. I didn't think there was anything needed to change. But then I realized I am here with this mindset. This person is here with that mindset. What can I learn? What are the chances that if I adjust my mindset, I can go up to where I'm trying to go? Not where he's trying to go, but where I'm trying to go. Because I can guarantee it wasn't where I was, right? But it just really showed, I just literally sat down thinking about it, and man, I really just had to shake my head, because I'm thinking about the person now. Maybe it's you who's watching this video and you don't know the first step to take to get yourself unstuck. Better yet, you probably were exactly like me. You didn't think anything was wrong with the way you thought about money. Didn't think you have a bad relationship with money. Didn't think anything that would challenge your mindset. But maybe this conversation that you're hearing right now can sleep back in your memory 5 years from now, when you're a completely different person, and show you that, oh, what I thought is not going to get me to where I'm trying to go. You know, in that conversation, I was very resistant to hear. I don't know if it was because it's somebody that I knew, or if it's somebody that's younger, or what. I don't know exactly what my thought process was, but I think about this and I'm saying to myself, is it that I am going to miss the lesson because it's not coming in the package that I want? Do I want my life to change more than I want to just hold on to my narrative? And so I knew I had to change something. I knew I had to change something, because I wasn't going to get to the level that I wanted to get to without changing my mindset. I was never going to get financially free if I didn't sit down and really think how to get out of debt. And you know, one thing I've realized about people who have achieved the life that we want, that are personally in our lives, they would rather come and, instead of trying to help us to navigate a path, they would rather just talk about the fact that, oh, I've done this, I've done that, and not try to lift the person up that's beside them. Right? And that's a space that I understand the most. Because I've heard a lot of things about how to change your life, but I've had to go through my own journey, my own transition to get to where I am at mentally and holistically across the board. There was nobody holding my hand to get there. But you know what? When I started this daily posting on YouTube, if you notice, I was just posting random shorts every day for 60 days because I wanted to get back into the habit of posting. Once I got to that 60 days, I said, you know what, I felt more comfortable. I wanted to come on and do my long form videos. And I thought about this very sincerely. I asked myself, what value could I really bring to my community? How can I really help one person change their life from point A to point B within the next year? That's ultimately what I want to happen here. Right? I could have literally changed my mindset. I could have literally cleared off my debt and get to a place that I want to get to financially and achieve the career that I want and everything in private, because I truly am a private person. But I just really thought, man, if I had somebody giving me a blueprint, if I had somebody who walked through it and was willing to help me through it step by step, I probably would have been in a completely different person I am right now. I probably would have been further ahead. I probably would have been way more advanced in my life goals. And so because I've had to go through it for myself, and I see that it's not as hard as we think, but we just really need to walk alongside people in our lives to help it to feel easier. That's why I created the 30-day money reset. This program is really to help you to see where you're at, to develop a plan and to create structure, and to help you to stay consistent on your journey. So that 1 year from now, when this program launches, 1 year from that date, you will be in a completely different place than where you are. A lot of us desire to get to a different stage. We just don't know how. I have been there. I did not know how. I didn't think anything was wrong with my mind. And when I figured out, not my mind, but my mindset, and when I figured it out, I did not know what to do for a very long time. And if you watch my video yesterday, I talk about the fact that I did not check my finances for 3 years because I was truly stuck. Or I felt like I was. I mentally convinced myself that I was. But you are not, because I'm here to tell you that you're not. You just need the right system. You just need the right accountability, the right structure to help you to get where you're trying to go. And that's what I offer in my 30-day money reset. Now, this is for serious folks. This is for serious folks because at the end of the day, I literally said, if you feel financially behind and you desire, because you cannot just feel financially behind and join the program and think it's going to work. You have to desire to change your life. This is not gold here. This is not magic. It's consistency and repetition. You know, so as I say this, a story that comes to my mind just now, and it came to my mind earlier today as well, was when I was in grade 4 and I was in my math class, and my teacher was doing the same math problem for like an entire month. And at the end of that month, she put it on the board and she said, we're going to go through this problem again. And I said, again, loudly. Everybody heard me, including the teacher. So of course she's going to spite me, right? So she put the problem on the board and called me in front of the entire class to come and do the problem. And I got it wrong. I got a spanking in front of the entire class. I did not realize this stayed with me from I was in grade 4. That's probably over 20 years ago. And it's still in my head. Every now and then I just remember it. Who would have thought that the same daily boring compound habits is really what makes you better, is really what makes you become successful? That's what that repetition of math problem for 1 month was trying to teach me. But I was looking at, I'm just annoyed at this math problem. I'm not seeing the bigger picture. Of course, I'm a kid. Now I can look back and see the bigger picture. Getting out of debt is a math equation. It's just understanding what your number needs to be. But because it's your debt and because it's your financial strain, it feels heavier. But you don't have to do it alone. You don't. right? All of this is just chat. I honestly like I wish you would get it, but if you are serious and interested, please comment reset below. Whenever the whenever the challenge is up live, I am going to send you the link personally send you the link, because I am invested in seeing you get to a different place 1 year from now. This blueprint changed my life, and I know it can change yours too. It's just, how bad do you want to change your situation? And I'll just leave it there. But this is all I have for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonates with you, please comment below. If you're going to join the challenge, comment reset below. Share this with a friend so they can join, and they can also get perspective even if you're not joining. Right? And give this video a like. Consider subscribing if you are serious about investing in you holistically, getting to a different place in your life, changing your life for the better. And I'll see you in my next video. Let's go make some mistakes. Bye.